And this is a foretaste of the real action tomorrow here at Mondello, when we're going to be seeing the 600 brake horsepower monsters contesting the European Championship. And of course, some of our own top drivers mixing it in amongst them. Amongst them, people like John Moloney, who's been twice Mondello champion in this Metro 6R4. And he's a man that we have very high hopes could be right in amongst the certainly C, B, and possibly A finals tomorrow, amongst the very best from Europe. So we've got quite a selection of motor cars out here, from the very quick Division 2 supercars to some of the Group A cars. And amongst the people circulating very fast at the moment are some new names and some equally frightening names from a commentary point of view to mention. There's Tony Bardy going through in the Vauxhall Dealer Sport. That's a very fast Astra GTE 16 valve. There it is. And Bardy has been ultimately successful in this motor car in the British Championship, and indeed he was runner-up in the Northern Ireland Rallycross Championship a couple of years ago. There he is, Tony Bardy from the north of England. Very stylish little driver indeed. Now that car wouldn't have anything like the sophistication of the old supercars, like the one right behind him, which is the full-blooded Audi Quattro. And a new name here at Mondello, Tommy Kristoffersson from Sweden. And he was very spectacular to watch indeed in this morning's on-time practice. And just watch him play away at the steering wheel. This is really what it's all about, Brian, isn't it?
Yes, the difference between the Division 1 and Division 2, the Division 2 cars are these super cars with the four-wheel drive. The Division 1 are two-wheel drive, and Alan mentioned Tony Bardy there. He's had a lot of experience here at Mondello as well, so hopes to do very well. Now that is the Audi. That's the four-wheel drive, where two-wheel drive of Kristoffersson and the Audi Quattro S1, and that Division 2 being the number 1 division, and not to confuse you, but 2 is the most powerful cars, and 1 are the smaller, the Golf GTIs, the Sierras, and that sort of thing.
Here's a man that's been at Mondello quite a number of times, Sven Lestander. New car for him. This is the Ford Xtrac, four-wheel drive, specially built, cloaked in the Escort shell. Very quick indeed, and it was Martin Schanche who first invented these motor cars. And it's practice time here again at Mondello, and once again we have some of the very quickest runners for tomorrow's European Championship out testing this very popular track indeed. And looking there at young Shields, who's really been a top runner in both the British Championship, sorry, Stephen Palmer I should say, it's Palmer in the Patricia computer-sponsored cars, and this is the man who has been one of the sensations of Rallycross in the last couple of years in the very popular Metro 6R4, and that's about one of the fastest ones there are in existence at the moment.
Yes, in the background there, the red and white car, Dermot Carnegie, one of the Irish entries who should do well. That's Dermot there. Coming down again, these super four-wheel drive, the total car there coming down the inside. That's Dermot Carnegie in the Team Peugeot O'Reilly car, number 30, runner-up in this year's Rallycross Championship to John Moloney, but knows this circuit, slightly down on power. That's another of these Metros, the most popular ones. That's Aidan Creegan from Creegan Properties. Aidan commutes from London to Mondello for the Rallycross series. He knows his way around this track, has uprated his engine a little bit more power, staying there with Dermot at the moment being boxed out by number 29. That's Marc in the Audi Quattro.
Yes, and just we're watching that Audi Quattro, but it's the one, in fact, just behind this lot, just coming into picture now, that's the really exciting one, because that's Herbert Breiteneder, and he's already won one round of the European Championship so far this year. He won, in fact, in his own home in Austria, and he's very much a front runner, and you can see it sort of sits up and bangs when the power goes down there, and he's having no difficulty swallowing up the Metros before the checkered flag. So those are just a foretaste of some of the mighty power that we're going to be seeing here tomorrow, and indeed the fact that people like Dermot Carnegie there can get well in amongst them.
And these are the really supercars that are out here, out on the track at the moment. We have Alamaki, last year's championship, and Mr. Rallycross himself getting it very sideways, and this is Alamaki. No, this is Thor. Number
Terje
5
Schie,
there's
that's
Terje
Terje
Schie in another one of the Peugeots. That's a very, very spectacular driver indeed, and very, very quick indeed. And these are the absolute supercars out here doing their practice stint at the moment. On the loose, no lift, just full power. You can see him throwing up the dust. Full four-wheel drive working all the way, well over 600 brake horsepower. And this is Alamaki, we believe, with the wing on the back of the car. Very, very big wing indeed. That is number 1, Matti Alamaki, 1989 Rallycross, European Rallycross Championship. And can he go?
Well, really, this man has been totally unbeaten here at Mondello. This will be his 4th appearance. He's had 3 victories, 2 in a Peugeot and 1 in the Lancia. And this has really been possibly one of the most successful cars of all time in Rallycross. But before Matti Alamaki owned it, it belonged to Matti, and he also won the European Championship in it. And some of the really quick boys out of this one. We're looking at one of the Audi Quattros yelping its way up, and there is Mr. Rallycross, Marc Schanche, in the RS200, and just watch this for spectacle.
There he is, the RS200, rebuilt, uprated engine, came 2 years ago to Mondello, arrived by helicopter with 5 minutes to signed on, had never seen the circuit before, went out and put the car on pole position with the quickest time ever. Very, very spectacular indeed. Didn't win the final that day, decided on a different set of tires, sponsored by Sachs, just slowing down now. That practice session is over, and this is the man to watch.